Hi, everybody. This is Ms. Kinnaman and Mr. Renner back with you from Salisbury University, and we are teaching you football again, but a different lesson. So let's see what we need to use today. So what you need today is a coin, a quarter measuring cup, 2 buckets, some water, a football, and some cones. And I already welcomed you. So we're going to do a warm up, a health activity, and then what we are learning today, and then some activities, and then a closure. So for the warm up, you're going to need your coin, and you're going to flip the coin to see what exercise that you have to do. And you're going to flip the coin 5 times. So here's a demo of what exercise you're going to do if you get heads or if you get tails. Go ahead. Okay, for our warm up, we are going to flip a coin to see what exercises we have to do. So for the first flip, if you get heads, you are going to do jumping jacks like this. If you get tails, you're doing squats, up and down. Okay, you have a minute to either do jumping jacks if you got heads and squats if you got tails. Go. All right, time's up. Let's do a flip your coin for the second time and see what you got to do next.
This one.
For the second flip of the coin, if you get heads, you're jogging in place like this. And if you get tails, you're doing butt kicks like that. All right, so if you get, so now you have a minute to do that. Go ahead and go. All right, time's up. Let's move to flip number 3. And here should be a demo of what you should do. For the second flip of the coin, if you get heads, you're jogging in place like that. Should be the next one. For the third flip, if you get heads, you are doing high knees, bringing your knees up. And if you get tails, you are doing star jumps. Look like that. So if you have heads, you're doing high knees, and if you got tails, you're doing star jumps. You got a minute, go. All right, time's up. Let's move to fourth flip and see what you have to do. For the third flip, okay, if you flip the coin for the fourth time and you get heads, you are doing butt kicks. And if you get tails, you're doing high knees. All right, so if you get heads, you're doing butt kicks, and if you get tails, you're doing high knees. You got a minute, go ahead and go. All right, time's up. Let's move to the fifth flip of the coin. Here's a demo. Okay, if you flip the coin for the fourth time. Okay, for the fifth flip, if you get heads, you're doing squats. And if you get tails, you're jogging in place. So if you get heads, you're doing squats, and if you get tails, you're jogging in place. You have a minute, go ahead and go. All right, time's up. Let's move to our healthy activity for today. Okay, for the fifth flip. All right. So for our healthy activity, it's about the heart. So in just one day, the heart pumps 1,900 gallons of blood through our body. That's pretty amazing. To break this down on a smaller scale for students to understand, the heart pumps about 1.3 gallons per minute. A little over a gallon a minute means that's each heartbeat. The heart is pumping about 2.4 ounces of blood, or about a quarter cup of blood. So it's pumping about a gallon, like there's a picture of a gallon of milk there. So next screen, I'll show you what we're going, or tell you what we're going to do. So we're going to do an activity. It's called Beat the Clock. And this is where you're going to need your buckets or dish pan or whatever you have that can hold a gallon of water. And you're going to fill one large bucket with a gallon of water. And then you're going to have an empty bucket beside you. And you're going to place the dish pan with the water beside the empty dish pan. And then you're going to have a measuring cup. And then I'm going to set a timer for a minute and then challenge you to see how fast you can move the water from one bucket to the other. And then I have a demo of what you're going to do. Okay, so this is what you're going to need to do Beat the Clock. You need a gallon of water and 2 containers that will hold a gallon of water. So we want to put the gallon of water in one of the containers. You need a measuring cup, that's 1/4 cup. Now what you're going to do is you're going to scoop the water out with the measuring cup and put it in your other gallon bucket or container. And you're going to see how much water you can move from one bucket to the other in a minute. All right, get your stuff together. You have a minute, go ahead and go. All right, time's up. As you can see, it's very hard, or if not impossible, to scoop and move 1.3 gallons in just 1 minute. It takes our heart about 72 beats to move this amount of blood through our body in that time frame. You got to see firsthand that the heart is an amazingly strong and effective muscle. So next slide. And what we're learning today is we're learning to run routes such as an in route, out route, fly route. Also learning how to create space from a defender in order to catch a football while running the route. And Mr. Renner is going to do the task with you.
All right, guys. So for activity 1, we're going to go over the 3 routes: a fly route, an in route, and an out route. So the first task is going to be learning how to practice all of those routes. So the first route is a fly route. If you look in the bottom right corner, you see, I'm not sure if everybody knows who he is, but his name's Antonio Brown. He is doing a fly route, which is basically just going straight up the field and looking for the ball and going to catch it. And the middle is a in route where you're taking about 10 steps and then you're cutting in and you're catching the football. And then look on the left, if you don't know who he is, his name is Stephon Diggs. He is doing an out route where he's going 10 feet, or he's going 10 steps up the field and he's going out and he's going to catch the ball that way. So if you guys could go ahead and practice that. One of the those 3 different routes. We're going to give you about 3 minutes. Ms. Kinnaman's going to start the timer for 3 minutes, and you guys are going to practice each of those for at least a minute each. So go ahead and get started on one of those.
Go ahead and go.
Start whenever. Alrighty.
All right, the time's up.
And hopefully you guys are able to have a chance to practice one of those 3. So that for the progression, this will be an opportunity to run the route and catch the football. Have a parent or a friend just throw you the ball when you are running the route. Try to have your partner lead you as best you can. That's the whole point of the route running, is to create the route and then be able to look at where the ball's coming, and the ball's coming where it's supposed to be. So we're going to be about 5 minutes to complete this with your partner. So go ahead and you guys can either choose one of the routes and just work on that the most, or you guys can work on all 3. It's up to you. You guys will have 5 minutes to complete that. So go ahead, Ms. Kinnaman, whenever you're ready.
Go ahead and go.
Go. Was it a timer?
No, we got 20 seconds.
Okay.
All right, time's up.
Alrighty, so now for activity 2, now you learn the routes. We're going to try and learn how to create space. A couple of techniques you can want to use is called juke. I'm sure everybody knows here knows what juke is. So you try and juke out someone and continue running the route. This is better for when for these routes. Juke is one of the better ones. Whether you're juking out and then going back in for the in route, or you're juking in and then going out for the out route, or even if you're trying to juke, try and get the defender to go left or right, and you're going to go straight up to the fly route. And then one of the other ways you can try and create space is, of course, speed. Some people aren't as speed oriented, so that's why juke and jab step are probably one of the better ones for people who aren't as fast. But if you have speed, then you have speed, and there's one of the better techniques to create space. So for now, for any one of these techniques, I want you guys to practice with, and I want you to try and create space to catch the ball. Try this activity without using the football, and just try and create the space from a defender. Have your parent or one of your friends help you create that space from a defender. Don't go at it too hard, because I don't want anybody getting hurt. But then again, I want you guys to be able to understand how to create space. So I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes to try that out, so we can go into the progression of activity 2. So Ms. Kinnaman, whenever you're ready,
Go ahead.
go ahead and get started.
All right, time's up.
All right, guys. So now for the progression. Now you learn how to run the route, and now you learn how to create this space from the defender. It's time for you to have the ball thrown to you while you're attempting to run the route and create the necessary space. Use one of the routes that we given to you earlier. You can try, so we want you to try each one actually. Try the fly route, try the in route, and try the out route with a defender on you. You got have the defender play soft defense. We don't want anybody getting hurt or anything. We want to just try and have you guys practice creating that space and getting the ball thrown to you, catching it. Make sure you get emphasize the catch, but make sure you guys are working on that route running. We want you guys, the route running is the most important part. So try like at least one of the routes at least four or five times each in the 5 minutes we're gonna give you to work on that. So whenever Ms. Kinnaman is ready, we're gonna go ahead and start that.
Go ahead and go.
All right, go ahead and work on that.
All right, time's up.
All right, guys. So for the combination task, we're going to have you, we want you to try getting the ball thrown at you with the defender on you. And you get to the ball at least 7 to 10 times. Have the defender play soft defense. If you want to try playing harder defense, you guys can. Just be safe and careful with the area around you. But continue trying to run your favorite route and create the space and there to catch the football. So make sure you're catching it at least 7 to 10 times. 7 out of 10 times as your goal, 7 times. We're going to go ahead and give you 5 minutes to complete that. Remember using the fly route, the in route, or the out route. You try and create space using either your speed, jab step, or a juke move. Go ahead and try one of those at any time. And it's going whenever you're ready.
All right, go ahead and go. All right, time's up.
All righty. So the review of our lesson, why is it important? Why is route running important? Because you want to be able to create space and get as many yards as you can to help your offense get down the field. And why do you want to try and separate yourself from the defender? To give yourself enough room to catch the football and gain as many yards as possible. Those are 2 big questions and 2 big answers. Football with separation is key and making it easier for you to catch, because if you have a defender on you, it is harder to catch the football. So for your assessment, we want you guys to videotape yourself running each route at least 5 times and catching the football. Post it on our Flipgrid page, scan the QR code below, and we will see the videotape of you guys completing it. For next class, you guys are going to need football and cones, because we're going to work on running with the football. Thank you for joining us for our latest lesson of football skills with me and Miss Kinnaman. And I hope see you guys next time.
Good job. Bye.